Hey, it's June 11th. It's Hump Day, Wednesday. You're here with Chico with call option trading. And first off, looks like the market is going up a little bit. The CPI report for inflation came in below what was expected, so that was good for the market. It came in at zero point 0.1 for month to month and 2.4 year over year versus the expectations 0.2 and 2.5%. So that was positive news. Next is there was news on U.S. and China had a deal that needs to be signed off about their trade policies, and Trump says they're going to get the rare earth minerals from China, but then tariffs on Chinese good will total 55%. So I think from what I understand, or I might be mistaken, is that U.S. is, oh, here it is. We are getting a total of 55% tariffs. I guess is that tariffs going to into China for American goods, and the other way is 10%. I don't know. It doesn't seem like I have to read more into it, but if that's the case, then that's not really a great deal in my personal opinion. But I guess we need the rare earth minerals. Anyways, yeah, our president touting how it's a great deal and kind of a victory. Not in those words, but that's the vibe. All right, so more importantly, we made a play for GameStop. We decided to end our trade on AMD yesterday. I decided to end the trade on AMD yesterday near the close of the bell so that we can pursue GameStop. I had to mull it over if on exactly what to do and liquidated all the AMD. That was the final decision, and to pursue GameStop. And GameStop, after the close of the bell, failed to impress with their declining revenues and like their pivot to crypto. So they're down 4.51%. Yeah, over here it says GameStop announced quarterly earnings per share of 17 cents, and that metric beat expectation. But overall, it's a disappointment. So the stock is down, given where its stock price was yesterday. So a little bit more about that, and then tonight, after the close of the bell, Oracle will release earnings, and you can see this is the monthly chart. So it's come all the way up in the 1 month chart from about high 150s here all the way to 178. So yeah, you can take a look at the 6 month chart when the tariffs were brought it all the way down to its knees, down to mid 120s, and now it's bounced back all the way up, like with most tech stocks. Okay, yeah, so Oracle, before we get to GameStop, Oracle, the implied volatility is kind of low, I mean, that's just how it is for certain tech stocks like this. And we did open position, and I'm thinking we will, at 195 is $1.50 a contract, so we can do 2 contracts. Now going to GameStop, yeah, we sold 12 contracts yesterday. Sold it for 65 cents, and now it's worth 6.5 cents. So that's a profit of $702 as we speak at this moment. Maybe, yeah, after the video, I'll buy it back at 7 cents, and then, or maybe lower, and then we'll do 2 contracts in Oracle for 195. So that's $1.50. So that's it with what we have for today. Yeah, yesterday, I think one key point is the decision to, because we had a surge in AMD, and AMD is kind of, I believe it's down now. Yeah, yeah, we held it longer. Eventually I would think we would be okay with it because the strike price was 123 on that contract, but the key thing was deciding what to do, and yesterday, deciding to take a loss on AMD and quickly jump into GameStop was key so that we can make more money. Now I could hold on to AMD, and then probably likely if it stayed out of the money for the rest of the week, then I would make money off that play initially. But I didn't. I decided, shift gears and go for something that looked like potentially and I'm comfortable with doing. And in this case, it paid out. And statistically, you're not gonna have a bad trade like on for AMD, but statistics, like what's important is the statistics don't tell you everything. In this case, yeah, you got one bad mark against you, but overall it was better for profitability. Okay, that's all I have for today. So I'll catch you next episode.